How we doing, guys? Another NoFap video. Today is day 64, I believe. So, I think last time I made a video was day 47. I've decided how I'm gonna format these videos. How I plan to do it is, I'll start by saying what day I'm at, if there's been any changes, just stuff to report basically, and also if I've got something on my mind that I want to talk about, then I'll talk about it. So let's just start off by talking about how I've been getting on. I'm doing really good, even better than I was my last video. I've just been happy, to be honest. There's for the first time in a long time, the only things that I've been anxious about have been things that actually deserve anxiety. I've got an exam coming up which I've been a little bit worried about, and I found out recently I'm going to be taking on a lot of basically just taking on a lot of work, a big responsibility, and I think maybe in the past that would have maybe it would have stressed me out in the past, but right now I'm just excited for the future. I've got goals I want to achieve, and I'm just living in the moment and dealing with what I can and being excited for things to come. There was some things that I was anxious about previously that just, to be honest, didn't deserve anxiety or any worry, or to be honest, any thought. And it went from before NoFap being anxious, quite severely anxious about these things, to later on getting less anxious, and then just occasionally thinking about it, and now I don't worry about it. It's out of there. All you need to know about these things is that it was just stupid shit that I shouldn't be getting anxious about, and it's fixed now, and I look to the future. I was going through a sort of patch of urges there, and they were strong, and it was tough to fight them, but I've powered through, and I think it's sort of cooled off now. Anything else? I can think of nothing else to report. Just doing well, just been feeling better and improving as I go along. Something I wanted to talk about today was incels. Inceldom. Obviously a talked about topic in the last couple of years. The rise of incels and inceldom. And for those who don't know, which I'll be surprised if you don't know or haven't heard, but an incel is basically someone who believes that they're involuntarily celibate. That's where the name incel comes from. It just means that we've got normal celibacy, which is where you decide not to have sex, and involuntary celibacy is where you want to have sex but you can't, due to reasons of being unattractive, and that sort of thing. Just sort of somebody who a girl wouldn't want to sleep with, basically. And incels typically hold very extremist views. They believe that girls only want to have sex with rich and powerful males, alpha males if you must. Just basically just your stereotypical, bad boys or whatever is what they believe girls only want to sleep with. In terms of their other beliefs, they believe that they should be the ones on top, and that they're entitled to sex or relationships. and they believe that they themselves are nice and they should be the ones who girls sleep with, not with alphas or arseholes or whatever you want to call it, basically. Now, getting out of the way, what I wanted to discuss is that incels have only really been a sort of recent thing. They've only been discovered in the last couple of years. Whether they existed before that, I'm not sure. I doubt it though. I do doubt it that they existed before a couple of years ago. I wonder if this camera's bouncy. Well, it's like, I can't really tell. So what I wanted to talk about is that I personally believe, I've come to believe that porn addiction and porn just in general is the reason behind the rise of incels and inceldom. Now, something you'll come to learn once you do your research is how damaging porn can be on the brain. It's as bad as drugs, if not worse. It's its own sort of drug. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it warps your mind, and I can speak on experience here. I'm not proud to say it, but I was porn addicted for a very long time, from probably age 12 to age 19 or 20. Well, pretty much recently. And what it does to the brain is that it changes your view on girls, and it makes you sort of insecure about girls, and it destroys your confidence. It makes you insecure about girls, but also at the same time it makes you feel like you need to have sex. Like you're sex starved is what I've heard another no-fapper use. The sex starved is the way he describes it. Is you believe that you're entitled to sex, and you crave it like crazy. It's the only thing on your mind, to be honest. And the funny thing is that even if you did get sex, you'd probably not be able to perform, or you wouldn't enjoy it, to be honest. And looking back, I was never an incel. I was never close to being an incel, but I did. It's pretty easy to how to word this is. You can sort of see where they're coming from, and I'm not being an apologist or anything like that. You can see where their mindset comes from. Is it the right mindset? No. Is it correct? Absolutely not. But you can see where it's developed from. I mean, they've probably went through high school, they went through college, and they're sex starved, and all they're seeing is the girls around them sleeping with the chads, if you will, and that's driven them to this extreme beliefs. And as I said, I think porn addiction has caused this. And a sort of thing that incels believe is that people, like women, are sleeping with crazy amounts of men, and they're being selective with who they pick, and they only sleep with, the chads or whatever. But once you come into the real world, or if you actually open your eyes, you'll see that that's not the case. People don't. Porn teaches you to believe that everybody is having sex, and everybody's out every weekend having sex and doing all that, when that's not really the case. I mean, it gives. I can't really explain it, but another no-fappers talked about it. For some reason, porn addiction can cause you to have FOMO, where you feel like everybody else is experiencing things like having sex and going out and partying, when that's not really the case. To be honest, most people are the same. They'll go out occasionally. Of course, you do have those party animals who will go out every weekend, but even them, it's not what you imagine it to be. You're not really missing out on anything. So the reason that I'm saying that I believe that Inceldom has been caused by porn addiction is because porn is what causes all these beliefs that they have. The belief that women only sleep with powerful men. Of course, in the storylines of porn, that's often what happens in the porn videos. And also the men are super jacked and occasionally it shows them being rich or whatever. Of course, porn is just fiction, as we all know. I just realised how crazy my hair is, but it's an off day. I mean, what are you gonna do? And I believe it makes you think that everybody other than you is out having sex and partying, when of course it's not. There's nothing like that. And I think that's what's caused Inceldom. As I said, I've not really done deep research into incels. I don't know if they've existed for a long time, but I'm willing to bet that it's only started to become a movement recently. And I fully believe it's because of porn. That's a theory I have, and that's what I believe it is, because as I said, I was never an incel, but back when I was sort of porn addicted, I would always be sort of angry that girls, would want to sleep with the sort of alpha people, But ever since I've quit, you realise that all that's bullshit, and women will as long as you're confident and you're happy with yourself. That's another thing, that's what incels are focused on, is having sex and wanting a girlfriend or whatever, but life is a lot more than that. I've got a girlfriend and I've been with her for a long time, but I know that without her I would be happy by myself, and I'd be happy not having sex. And that's been because of NoFap. So, if you've got an opinion on the matter and you want to discuss it or ask me any questions about it, then put it in the comments below and I'll have a look. And if you like the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more, then give me a subscribe. Doesn't seem like there's many views now, but to be honest, this is just for myself. This is just sort of me reporting in and how I'm doing and that. So, I'll talk to you later, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.